Morning. It's another beer review. Not in the morning. Not in the morning. I just said that just to catch you out. Really. But hello, everyone. Hope everyone's feeling great today. And we've got another beer review. And we have a famous name here. Now, if you haven't noticed, we're kind of doing kind of local beers of the kind of round, kind of southwest kind of area. This is just probably in the border. I'm kind of maybe pushing it a little bit. But the Hobgoblin from the Witchwood Brewery in Whitney, which is the kind of east side of Oxfordshire. This is where this little beauty comes from. And it's a golden ale. Ha ha! And it's got a little red star on it, as you can see. Yeah. Здравствуйте. Хорошо, хорошо. Piva. Молодец. As the Russians would say. But anyway, Red Star, I don't know what that's about. Is it communism? Is it our fellowship of Russian friends, Ruski, Shelovek? But anyway, there's a couple of ones we've done previously in this kind of, let's do the local stuff. Don't make no never mind to be all right in it, eh? And yes, we've got Butcombe up there, we've got St Austell's tribute stuff, so we're going to go with this one as well. Now, of course, this is one of the big guns. This is Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin is sold throughout the UK and in lots of other areas around the world. It is a very well-known traditional beer. In fact, it's actually so well-known, you'd probably think it was probably one of the kind of mass-produced beers. But Hobgoblin has been a very stout name for good beer. I mean, it has got a reputation of making some really good beers. Some of them are like, oh, this flavour. Too much flavouring sometimes. But yes, the Witchwood Brewery, they definitely know what they're doing. So this could be a good one. I'm quite excited to get onto this one. So I've got my notes here. So let's go over the notes. So it's a Hobgoblin Gold beer. And it's a golden ale, is its classification. It's from the Witchwood Brewery. And that's in Whitney, which is the east side of Oxfordshire. So if you say Oxford, then it's kind of over towards the kind of east from Oxford, and it's in Oxfordshire. Like I said, it's a golden ale. It's 4.5% for volume, but again, we'll get back to that because there is some slight differences depending on what format it comes in, or which format you're drinking it in. And of course, it's a 500 milliliter bottle, half a litre, 50 cl, depending whatever floats your boat, whatever. I would do imperial, but who wants to know about cups and ounces? Oh, it's a fluid ounce. Oh, is it? Right. I used to do that when I was younger and that type of stuff, but since being a member of the EU, things apparently have got better. But anyway. So the bottle description. Oh, we all want to know what the bottle description is like. I know I do. So the bottle description says it's a solid gold beer. Well, it seems fairly solid. Combination of 4 hop varieties infused with malted barley and a touch of wheat gives this easy drinking golden beer tropical aromas of citrus and passion fruit. Now, passion fruit is a very distinct flavour and smell. Citrus, well, that can be very generous. It's a wide scope to say citrus, but let's be totally honest. There's a lot of beers with, oh, it's citrusy, it's citrusy. Oh, you love talk a lot of anyway, I'm not going to say that word, but you know what I'm talking about. Yes. It's like jumping on a bandwagon, let's all join this load of cult nonsense. So we'll find out if it's citrus. I still haven't. I've only tasted citruses when I put citrus in a beer. I don't really get citrus out from a non-wedged beer, as we say. Passion fruit, though, very distinct flavour, very distinct smell. Yeah. We will see. We will see. I'm not going to say it isn't, but I am tending on that's a lot of fanny. But anyway, you never know. And of course, we've got the ubiquitous, that's it, biscuit-like smell. Malt, which gives way to heaps even, not just a little smidgen, but heaps of lemon and lime zest. Where that comes from? It definitely have to probably come from the. See, limes, that kind of refreshingly kind of, if you're going to get any sense of citrusy stuff, it'd have to probably come from the hops, not from the malt, but never mind. And of course, it finishes off its spiel with a hop kick riot of rascally refreshment. Now, if you don't know what the word rascally means, it's based from the word rascal, as if something that's kind of naughty or kind of bad behaved. You know that type of, oh, you're a rascal, a rascally refreshment. Yes, it's a lot of. Anyway, oh, if I only would swear in this channel, but I am trying not to. But when you read that, you're thinking, oh, it's just so much spiel and nonsense. Seriously, give it a break. It's a lot of guff, absolute guff. Anyway, Untapped app information and ratings. So the review's giving it a 4.2. It's one of the big guns. A 4.2 out of 5. And it's got a 47,000 or 47k check-in. So that's how many people have actually tried it and reviewed it. It comes in cask, because most hobgoblins will you actually get it in cask, which is just basically the kind of wooden cask barrel, not kind of the metal kind of keg that you get with normal draft beer. So this is you can actually get it in natural draft format, which of course isn't really gassy or that type of stuff. And it's pulled from the old pump system or even directly from the cask itself. It's a 4.2% if you get it in the cask format, and in this bottle it's a 4.5. You know what I mean? That's good. Tasting notes, it's hoppy, it's malty. Funny enough, all beers are like that. Tropical citrus and passion fruit. That's the aromas we should be getting. We'll find out in a minute when I crack the head off this one. And the taste is biscuit malt, lemon and lime. You know, so there you go. Makes it sound like a Garibaldi biscuit. But anyway, there we go. Ubiquitous, malty, hoppy, citrusy flavor. Right. Shall we crack this one? Oh, I've got a really itchy back. I don't know what's going on. I'm allergic to it. Anyway, so yes, let's see what Hobgoblin's got to do. Now, Hobgoblin is a very well-known beer. Oh. It smells like my teenage son's armpits. Got that je ne sais quoi body odor smell. I've been in my rooms for 5 days and I'm only came out for a anyway. Let's get it in a glass and see what it smells like. I think I know what they mean by passion fruit. There is a slight hint of passion. I will be honest. If I think something's a lot of guff, I will say it's a lot of guff. But if I'm wrong and it turns out that they're right, then fair enough. I will say so. Right. Ooh. And of course, usually with a hobgoblin, you usually get a really good tight head with it. I don't know why I use the word tight, but I mean the bubbles are very kind of small. They're not kind of big bubbles like you get with these kind of false kind of widgets. But anyway, yes, let's see. As you can see, it's very golden. It's almost kind of like a rich lager kind of color. But yes, as you can see, nice, clear, translucent, good head. Say nothing. But yes, nice and golden. So they don't lie about that. Now the smell. I'm telling you, there's a slight smell of cheap aftershave stroke BO. It's like cheap deodorant mixed in with BO. But there is that kind of sweet kind of smell to that, kind of aftertones that does give you. You could mistake it for passion fruit. You really could. I mean, I'm not saying it's a strong passion fruit, but just there is a very faint hint that could be construed or as passion fruit. Citrus. God, balls. No citrus, but it does have that kind of like cheap Poundland or Pound World or whatever kind of nondescript deodorant mixed in with a good heavy waft of BO. So hey, that's lovely. You can sit there and think, oh, that's tasty, isn't it? So yes, but it's not me. Definitely coming from the beer. Right, so that's there. Next thing is, shall we give it a taste? Haha. Right. Now Hobgoblin, like I said, it's a well-known beer in the UK, traditional made beer. It's well known to the point is it's so well known that people maybe actually think it's probably mass produced. It isn't mass produced, but it is produced in large volumes just due to because of it is a very popular kind of brand of beer. There's lots of different hobgoblins, and we will be doing another one quite soon. A ruby, which we will be doing, but this is what we're doing today, and you can see it's just acting like a good hobgoblin would be. It'd be again interesting to kind of compare it to the cask, because the cask will be obviously less carbonated and of course usually richer, because again of how it's stored and everything else, it picks up a lot from the cask as well. So usually can get quite a different kind of feel of these type of beers if they're out the cask than it is compared to the bottle. But this is a good place to start. So let's start. Oh, that's even got a bit of passion fruit in the tasting notes. Ever so slightly, a little bit of passion fruit. So yes, I will basically say with the kind of smell and definitely with the taste, it has got a bit of passion fruit. Now let's see if we're getting this biscuit malt. Not really. I know what you mean by biscuit malt, but no, I wouldn't turn around and say it was kind of biscuity. Maybe more doughy than biscuit. It isn't that kind of strong, kind of baked flavour. It has got a kind of doughy, floury, as in not flowers, as in oh that's a pretty flower. We're talking about as in pizza flour, that type of thing. So yes, it's got that kind of bakery, kind of doughy kind of flavour. That's what I think what they mean by the biscuit malt, but biscuit is not really the kind of proper term, I would say, coming from my taste buds. Maybe other people think different, that's fine. You go for your life, but I'm talking about what I am tasting, not what other people are tasting. Lemon and lime? No. No lemon, no lime. Which is a good thing, I think, actually, because I wouldn't really want this type of beer to be lemon or limey or kind of heavily citrus. It just no. I think maybe they put that on just because it's maybe gets people to kind of tick boxes because it's such a popular term that's used within kind of modern beer flavouring and tastes, that if people like these certain types of beers that have that on the label, then they'll maybe happy to try other beers with supposedly that type of flavour characteristics. But no, definitely not lemon and lime. But there is a hint of passion fruit. But what else have they got? It's a very strange. You need to smell this. It does smell like kind of. It's got a really a BO smell about it. I mean, it sounds quite unpleasant, and I suppose it, to a certain extent it is. But it doesn't smell beery. It's just very strange. But anyway, let's have another. Again, it's got the kind of what we again maybe refer to as citrus is what I could refer to as more flowery, more rosy kind of flavours. So it's got kind of rosy, flowery flavour, and of course it's not bitter at all on the back. It's bitter initially when you get it in your mouth. Yeah, that slight bitterness at the front, and a very kind of rosy, kind of flowery aftertaste that you get with a lot of kind of ales. Ales do give you that kind of rosy, kind of flowery aftertaste instead of that bitterness aftertaste that you maybe get, or the metallic-y bitterness that you get from bitters and other types of beer of that ilk. So yes, it is a lighter beer, but yes. Yes, it's a good beer. I wouldn't say it's a session. It's got good flavours. I wouldn't say it was a session one. I would say it's something you'd maybe drink with food, or you would maybe enjoy with good friends who like beer. Not something that, well, let's just buy some. I wouldn't say it was a beer that I would take to a barbecue or maybe nipping around to see a friend, like for a party or a get together with lots of friends. If I was going round to see one or two friends who really like beer, then yes, I would probably take that because it would be appreciated that way. So it's a beer to be appreciated. It's not a session beer in any way, shape, or form, and it's not even kind of an occasion beer. Like, oh, it's a good occasion of lots of people meeting up, because I think there's too much flavour, there's too much character to it for that type of thing, and I don't think you'd be doing the beer very well. I mean, the two beers that are sitting up there that we've tried, it is obviously more of a kind of a tribute kind of style of beer from that point of view. So that's a pale ale. Whereas the Butcombe that's sitting up there that we did review, it's getting a lot closer to a more session one that you can just keep on drinking and all that. Because after the first couple of sips, it just becomes very what we call vanilla. Just very kind of linear, not vanilla as in flavour. Whereas this one's got a lot more character, a lot more complex flavours, but not overly strong flavours. But again, you would probably want it to have it with food. I think that would go well with drinking with the food of a barbecue, or something with kind of good, strong, robust flavours. Again, not anything that's kind of too light, like salads or things like that. You wouldn't drink it with fast foods or pizzas or things like that. No, it's a good flavoured beer. It looks very. I mean, obviously, it's not as light as a lager colour, but it looks obviously a lot closer to a lager colour. But the flavours are a heck of a lot more. Heck of a lot more. And I am very surprised that there is that passion fruit, fair play to them, flavour coming through, not aroma. The aroma is something very distinct, I would say. Yes. But I don't think putting on the back label, yes, with aromas of cheap deodorant and BO. No, but it does kind of remind me of kind of walking into my teenage son's bedroom. Oh, in the name of God, Jesus, yeah, wash, open that window, you know what I mean? But yes, it is. You've got to smell it. If you don't believe me, you smell it, you'll get it. But at the end of the day, it is a very pleasant beer to drink. You don't get the smell when you're actually really drinking, because it's not a strong smell, but you do get that kind of hint of what you're getting. It's not a real in-your-face smell of BO and things like that. But so it's not going to affect you when you're actually drinking it, but it is there if you really, that type of scenario. But yes, a good beer, good standard beer, and that's what you get with Hobgoblin. You really know what you usually get from which brewery. That it's a good standard of beer. I'm not going to say it's exceptional, but it is a good standard of beer. Now it's a 4.2 when Untapped app. I probably wouldn't go as far as that. I would probably give it at least a three and a half, a 3.5, maybe a 3.75, but I definitely would be totally happy, and I would give it a 3.5 all day long. It is a good flavoured beer, well done, as always. But I wouldn't go as high as 4.2. I'm not going to get overly excited. Oh, no. And yes, I've got a lot of friends who enjoy good flavoured beer, and yes, that would keep them very happy. I mean, if I brought that out, there'd be no embarrassment. They'd think, oh, a gold hobgoblin. You're not treating us like kings, but you're showing a bit of respect, that type of scenario. So yes, there'd be no shame in bringing that out of the fridge and that type of stuff. Again, one of these beers and that type of stuff, they do taste different, not overly different, but there is some slight tasting note differences when they're warm. So these are one of the beers that don't have to be heavily chilled. They will be very palatable even at room temperature. So yes, you can get wired into these quite easily from that point of view. So yes, it's a good beer. It's a 3.5 for me, and yeah, a good standard beer that I would have no problems drinking on draft, from a cask, from the bottle, having it in somebody's house, taking it around to somebody's house, no problem at all. It's a good, solid, respectable beer, again from the Witchwood Brewery, Hobgoblin. You can't go wrong with them. And yeah, if you have tried this beer and you want to kind of give your views or opinion, then of course put them in the comments below. And if you would like to recommend or want me to basically review a beer, then again, please put it down below in the comments, and do my best to try and give it a go. Try this beer. Oh, don't twist my arm. Anyway, thanks very much, and bye for now.